Hello everyone and welcome to another tutorial series on Python. Today's video is very special as we are going to discuss a new project which is at intermediate level and beginners may not be able to understand it, but if they follow step by step and execute it in their own program, then they might figure it out on their own, or I will teach these concepts in my tutorial series as well. So today's topic is based on AI and AI development. So it will track your hand palm points like the tip of your thumb, tip of your index, tip of your middle finger, tip of your ring finger, the tip of your pinky finger, your palms, base, your these points. So everything will be covered in this module. So let's talk about the module that we are using. We are using the Google's MediaPipe library. It is developed by Google, which is very well maintained by it, and it gives very accurate results too. So let's dive in, and I will give you what all is required for this project. Yeah. So this is the magic of MediaPipe. As you can see, these are the hand points on my hand. Now let's start with what all is required by our project. So first of all, we need a video capturing module which is OpenCV and which can be installed by this command, which is pip install OpenCV Python. So when you will copy this command and run this in your command prompt, which you can open through Windows search and write CMD, and when CMD will open up, then you can paste this command. So to download these modules, which one is MediaPipe and the other is OpenCV Python, because Python OpenCV is used in other languages like Java and C++ also. So the separate version for Python is installed by a hyphen and then the Python. So the easiest method to download is go to settings and go to this project Python tutorial. Then you can go to Python interpreter, and from here you can search you can see all the installed modules. I have a lot of, and the next thing is that you can install from here as well. You can install new packages right here. So you have to click this small plus button. When you will click it, then you can search the modules. So if you will see, we have OpenCV. If I will type OpenCV, and then you will see many versions of OpenCV itself. So what we want is OpenCV Python, which is right here. Okay. And then when you will click on this, let me get this up. Yeah. So when you will click on this, it will ask to install the package. Then you will have to click install package. Now if you can see at the bottom, it is installing, scanning, and everything is done. Now next thing is MediaPipe, our magic tool. So MediaPipe, you have to go and install from here, or you can type these commands. Yeah, so it's done. We can close these windows. Now you have, or else you can type these commands in the command prompt. Okay, so now once we have installed these, if you know how to import modules and you have worked with Python, you might know this step: import cv2 and import MediaPipe as in. Yeah, so when you want to use this OpenCV module which you just installed, you have to import it like this, and OpenCV is imported by the name cv2. And when you want to use this cv2 by some other name, like we created variable, for example, name is assigned to Manan. So what if I want to use cv, instead of using the word cv2 like Manan, I will use the variable that is name or cv, which I will give. Okay, and the same thing is done with MediaPipe. Right here I have imported MediaPipe as mp because MediaPipe is such a long name to type. And I have divided this video into 4 steps, and the 4 steps are to get my webcam working. And when I will use my webcam, I might not be able to use my video, so I will remove video from my YouTube video. Yeah, and then I have to get the set up the media pipes requirements, which are 2 to 3 lines of code, which I will explain, no problem. Then we have to show the FPS too. FPS is not mandatory, and it just make the program a lot complex. It's not complex, but you might not have to focus on this at round. Then our main objective of today is to show the hand landmarks, like the landmarks on our hands. So first of all, we are going to get our webcams working. So as we have installed CV2 OpenCV, so I will say my webcam is equal to cv dot video capture and then 0. 0 is for internal webcam of our laptops and 1 is for any external camera that we use. So you can use either 1 or 0, or you can even give any videos address like this. So you can give the path like C and then slash slash user, not slash slash, single user desktop, and like that. You know what a path is, right? So path, and then what we are next going to do is we are going to set this up. So I will use a while loop which is going till infinity, because what video is many images played at a very fast rate. Okay, so in a while it will, the loop will go till infinity and we will show these images very fast, okay, very quickly. So next step will be underscore and frame webcam dot v. So if you are familiar with OpenCV, then you might know this command on how to use videos. If you don't know, you can comment down below and I will make a tutorial video on OpenCV too. So this command makes all the, it takes all the images in this variable frame. We have taken this underscore, or we could have used ret, any variable name, but we are using underscore because we don't have any use of this function, because this read function gives two arguments. One is the image and other is just a boolean which defines whether the cam is working or not. So we really don't need it. And then we have to show this. So cv.imshow, then we have to give our window name my webcam, and then we have to give the image, that is our frame, and then we have to give a exit of this loop. Like we would like to stop this loop at some point. We have used our program, now we have to stop this. So for stopping we have cv dot wait key, and we will put this to 1. 1 is, it will go to infinity, and 0 into ff is equal to odd of space. Okay, so whenever I will press spacebar, it will exit out the program, because I will add a keyword, that is break. If you don't know all this stuff, then you can comment me below which all topic you didn't understand. I will make a tutorial on that too. So odd makes ASCII values of the characters. You might also have used Q for quit, or E as an exit, but I'm using space because spacebar is closest to me. And now second thing is webcam dot release. This is a very important step, so that your memory is not flowing around in your system and making your system slow. And other thing is cv dot destroy all windows. Don't worry, it will not destroy your Windows 10, your OS, but it will destroy all the windows that OpenCV is creating. So let's try this. Before trying it out, I have to switch off my video. Sorry, I debugged it. Let's run this. You can see I got an error because my video is still working now. When just now I will close my webcam, right? So now I have closed my webcam and now it will work as expected. Yeah, so see, now you can see me, this webcam is now working. So when I will press space bar, it will close automatically. The word Q. Spacebar usually works, but I don't know why it is not working right now. So let's avoid that and let's use Qs so that it's all simple and clear. Okay, so now our webcam is working, that is, this step is done. Okay, let's save our program so that we don't miss anything out. Now we have to make our media pipe work. So there are some lines of code which you have to write, and it's mandatory so that you can use the media pipe. You have to create media pipe objects, if you know what objects are. So first is mp hands, which is equal to mp dot solutions dot hands. Okay, and the next thing is we have to set hands, which is equal to empty hands, right? Now it will work perfectly fine. No, sorry. Now we are all good to go. Our media pipe objects are created. Now what we have, this is the showing part. We don't really have to work in the showing part. What we need right now is our frames. The media pipe needs RGB format of images, but OpenCV provides BGR. So now we have to convert BGR to RGB so that media pipe works. Now next step is that we convert it. So RGB frames is equal to cv.cvt color, and then we have to change our frame, and then the code, like from what we have to change our color to. So now color, then BGR to RGB. Okay, so this is how you convert the colors. Now for using media pipe, you have to use this command. Actually it's in their site will be linked. The link to their site will be in my description, so you can check that out. So they have a documentation on how to use it, so I am following that only. I have read it. Now I've made many projects. I can show them too. Like you can control the volume through your hands and stuff, and you can also play rock paper scissors through your hands, and the webcam will see your hand and make decisions. So that's what some cool projects are which I made using this module. So results is equal to empty hands dot process, sorry, hands dot process, and then the RGB frames. Actually these names are pretty confusing right now, right? Names are confusing. So now we will check if results even exist. So this is the format of how you use this results. So results has this dictionary in JSON file actually, which is also dictionary. So so they have this name for that. This is the variable that they have. And then if this exists, like if there is no hand in the frame, then we will obviously get an error, right? What we have to do is we have to check whether this list even exists or not. If it does not, then it will give an error. So we are using if this, matlab ki if this exists, then it will return a true, else it will return a false. Okay, so when false is returned, nothing will go wrong, and it will not give an error. So now first thing is that we iterate through the hands. So for hands, oh, so for had, that's because we had a variable named hand, so we can let's use hand because hand is singular. For hand in results dot, so I will copy this thing, I will paste it right here. Now for this and this we have to print our hand, and let's see what this gives us. So this is outputting nothing, but as soon as I give my hand, you can see there is a list made which is named by landmarks. So you can use this list by using your word landmark. Okay, also I will share my whole screen right now because you might not be able to see the output. Actually I had set up the software in another way. My recording software had bugged out somehow. Now you can see my face, and then you can see the landmarks. So now my webcam is working, and you can see the landmarks are also getting printed out. Okay, cool. Now I am stopping the program right here. So you can see this is a dictionary. If you don't know what dictionaries are, then I have a tutorial video linked up above. You can surely check that out to understand what dictionaries are and how we use them. So this dictionary is named by landmarks. So if I just use dot landmarks, only landmark, then you will see some other output. Now you can see that there is no landmark printed out, right? There is no landmark printed out because we are actually using it, but it is separated by a comma, and then the x, z, and y values are getting printed. Okay. Now if you know that our how our screen is. So this axis is x, and the vertical axis is y, horizontal is x. So it goes from left to right is x, and from top to bottom it's y. But in this we are getting a z2. So how do we convert this? First of all, we have to set the video size of our webcam. So we can write webcam dot set, and the code for setting width and height is 3 and 4. So I will set this to 720 pixel. Webcam dot set 4 comma 720 pixel. You can use some other value also, like except 720. So let's make a variable screen. We cannot use a hyphen in our variable name. Width is equal to 720. Then we can change this to screen width, right? So now it will work perfectly fine, and then we can use this. So we can comment this out, and the next step is that we have to convert this x and y's and z's into normal text, like in words of x and y in terms of pixels. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some lines, and now I'm going to make a list. So I will make it hand landmarks list, which will be an empty list. List is also covered in my Python tutorial series. So if you don't know what lists are, you can go check that out. Now we have to convert this x and y's and z's. So we are going to use another loop, that is for id and landmark in hand.landmark hand.landmark. I'm going to add an s, because if you remember the dictionary which we got, it was hand.landmark. Now our x axis will be integer. Our x axis will be landmarks.x into our screen width. Okay, and then if we will multiply it, we would get a float. So we will typecast it into an int. Same will be done for y, except we will change the variables. Yeah, like so. So our video is currently in a square mode because width and height are same. Now what we have to append this in. We have to append this information, x and y information, into our this list. I'm going to separate right now. Hand landmark list dot append. Then we have to append it in a form of list. So it will be id, x and y. So I will show you why I have done id, x and y, and we have to use another function, that is enumerate. Sorry, I forgot that. Yeah. If you don't know enumerate, you can comment down below and I will make a video on that too. So if I will print this out, and landmark list, and let's run it and see what it gives. So you can see there are so many numbers right here. I am not going to run this anymore. So let's study what this is giving. So if I zoom in, we see that there is a 0, then there is a 1, then there is 2, then there is 3, and so on and so forth. We go till 21 or 20. Yeah, we go till 20. So what are these numbers? This is the x coordinate, that is where the 0 point is on the x coordinate, that is the horizontal part, and then this is the y coordinate, which is the vertical part, right? So how do we calculate this? First of all, I'm going to use Chrome, and then I'm going to show you the media pipe website. So this is what MediaPipe's website looks like. We have many projects. Now I'm going to show you hand tracking. Hand tracking using Python will be covered. It's an ML model. ML. Yeah, this is the image which I wanted to show you. Yeah. So if you observe this image, I hope this image is visible. Yeah. So if you see this image, we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 until 20. So if you see 0 is for wrist, 1 is for thumb CMC, and fourth is for index thumb tip, 8 is for index tip, 12 for middle tip, like so and so forth. So this is what we are going to get, and this is what we are getting in this list which we just saw, this one, right? So this 0 is the palm one, and the fourth, where is the fourth? Yeah, these are the coordinates of thumb, tip of the thumb. So how do we see which points are where? Now there is another thing in MediaPipe, which is drawing. Like drawing is the variable that I will give. The mp dot solutions dot drawing utils. So now if I want to draw this, I'm printing it. I don't want to print it anymore. Now I want to draw this. So drawing dot draw landmarks. Then we have to give an image. If you remember, we had made an RGB frame and a normal frame, but we don't want to show RGB frame because we are not showing the RGB frame. We are only showing the frame which we made it right here. Okay, we are not showing the RGB frame, so we don't care about that. We are just processing it, but the output will be shown on this frame. Okay, so the image is the first parameter, that is frame, and then the next thing is the hand landmark list. That is, we are going to use hand, and then we are going to use mp hands dot landmarks, mp hand dot hand connections. I'm really sorry. Now if we will run this, we are definitely going to see an fascinating output. Yeah, so this is the magic of MediaPipe. As you can see, these are the hand points on my hand, and these are the same like you saw in this picture. These are same like this, right? So this is the thumb, and this is the fingertip, and this point is 8. So I can use both of my hands, and it is working perfectly fine, right? It's a bit jiggly, which we can fix later, but this is what I wanted to show you, the power of Python, why you should learn it. One of the coolest projects that I've ever done, right? I just keep playing with this stuff, man. This is just so cool. Okay, now let's head back to the tutorial. So I will stop this. So this was all which I wanted to show you. Now you can do many stuff with this. So the showing hand line marks was the last part. If you don't want to show these lines, what I can do is I can go here, comment this out. So okay, what? Yeah. Now this is the new line of code which I just wrote. You can remove this print, right? You don't want to print this stuff. This is too much of numbers. Now this will only give dots on my hands. So this is 70 by 70 frame of my webcam, and you will see only the hand landmarks, as you can see. But this is pretty ugly, which you don't want to see, like these dots and other stuff. Let's change it. Let's add lines. So this line add connections. So you have to just give an extra parameter, that is mp hand dot hand connection, which will connect these dots together. So you can use 2, 3, 4, 5, as many hands as you want. So you can customize this number of hands and the confidence level here. So if I will, yeah, so max number of hands will be, if I give this one and run this, then it will only show these landmark for one hand and not for the other, as you can see here, but it's not showing in the second hand. So that's what you can customize here. Now if I want to use this hand and this hand, shifting hands, Shifting hands, shifting hands, shifting hands, shifting hands. Fun never stops, right? So that's all for this video. So I hope you like this video. I hope that it was really fun. Now you can also play with your hands, and then I will also upload some new videos on how to change your volume using these fingers like that. So it's gonna be really really fun and cool. So let's sign out right now. Give rest to your eyes, stay safe, and do follow my channel for these awesome projects and other stuff. If you have any other recommendation, like make a project on this thing or that thing, you can give me in the description or comments. In the comments, not in the description, you cannot edit that. Okay, so you can give everything, your suggestions, your doubts, and every stuff, everything, tutorials on what topic, everything can be done. You can comment down below and I will react to that. Okay, so like the video if you like that, share it with your friends to share our programming community and these cool projects. Signing off. Code with Manan. Bye bye.